Good afternoon. Welcome to the Steren Electronics Dealer Webinar. I am Evan Kinsella, CFO of Steren Electronics. Once again, we are glad that you're joining us. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you out there. Hopefully you're having some fun. Here at Steren, we had a nice St. Patrick's Day lunch, and we had some people dress up and win some prizes, so hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Also, very much hope that the year is going well for you. We know that the beginning of the year is always a struggle to get going, and we hope that business is good and things are turning up. During today's webinar, we will be providing updates on product, the AT&T program, and Steren's inaugural annual convention. Speaking today will be Craig Feldman, Vice President of Business Development, Elisa Jones, Sales Director, and myself. Also in attendance on the call are David Sterenberg, CEO, U.S., Javier Garcia, President, Alex Cohen, Senior Vice President, and Tracy Stansbury, Merchandising Manager. We welcome your questions. Simply click the question box located in the right-hand side of your screen. After the presentation, we will answer questions which have been submitted. And at this time, I will hand the webinar over to Craig Feldman.
All right, thank you, Evan, and again, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone, one of my personal favorite holidays. So I want to start off, it's been a little while since we talked, but I'm very pleased to announce that our SKU count is going up significantly. As we speak today, there are 1,018 Steren branded items either in stock or in transit. And as you can see on the slide that's in front of us, it's covering a wide variety of categories, and it's just continuing to grow every week. We're putting a big emphasis on looking at items that are being ordered that have been back ordered over the last 60 days and expediting the process of having those packaged domestically in Steren's Memphis facility. So that initiative is well underway, and I would be very confident in saying in the next 2 to 3 weeks you will see this SKU count jump significantly. I did want to point out too at the bottom of the slide, as many of you know, based on dealer recommendations, late last year we brought in the HDMI adapters pictured in the lower left. I'm happy to say they were so successful that we completely sold out of the composite one, the red, white, yellow. But I'm equally happy to announce that they're back in stock. They're on U.S. soil and making their way to both Memphis and L.A. warehouses, and we anticipate being able to ship those next Wednesday. So those are in good shape. Likewise, last week, the Bluetooth speakers pictured in the lower right both arrived at each of the L.A. and Memphis warehouses. Very happy with these. They're very cool designs. They've got the great audio sound, very durable, waterproof, and from everything I've seen and evaluated, our pricing is very competitive on those. So both of those are in stock at both warehouse facilities. If you'd roll to the next slide, Damien. So I am so pleased to announce our part drawer items are mostly in stock. A few, we probably out of the 198 SKUs, we have roughly half on U.S. soil in San Diego. The other half are coming in today, tomorrow, and Monday. And as I wrote at the top of the slide here, we expect to be able to fill orders starting on Monday, the 21st. And the goal is that we're going to get all of them in that one location, Steren's headquarter warehouse based in San Diego, and we're going to ship these out of San Diego. That way we can manage the quality control of the shipping and not have any delays in the time that it would take to get to Memphis and up to LA. So we're going to handle this one ourselves. I just couldn't be happier. I know this is a big deal to a lot of dealers. I know you guys have been patiently waiting, but they're finally here. We have on our website, still under the New Tech flag, soon to change, but if you go to the New Tech site, we have a button for pre-order forms, and we've set up part drawer pre-order forms for all three groups. We have our Steren store dealers. Obviously, they get the best pricing, and that order form is set up with that pricing. Then there's our Steren dealer order form. And then finally, for the dealers that haven't yet partnered with us, there's what we just refer to as the wholesale price list. But select the one that applies to you. It'll automatically calculate your cost. And I'm super excited to announce that if you'll mix and match any way you want, but if you'll order a total of $500, David has authorized us to give you guys an additional 10% off. So if you were a Steren store, you've got your regular 10% discount, then an additional 10%. And to put a cherry on top, we've also got the retail bags in our San Diego facility. So for each dealer that puts together a $500 order, we will also give you a set at no charge of Steren branded retail bags, and it's pre-assembled. We've got 100 of the small, 100 of the medium size, and 100 of the large that will be included with your order. But couldn't be happier to have these, and I encourage you to order as quickly as you can. I mean, we have pretty good quantities, and we can resupply relatively quickly, but if you want to ensure that your order gets filled, completely, the sooner the better. So with that, if you'd roll to the next slide, Damien. So this is another initiative that I'm really excited about. We've basically, doing some spring cleaning, and on the left-hand side of the slide, we're referring to third-party products. As many of you know, that's our terminology for any product that isn't Steren branded. I can tell you again, there's a pre-order form on our website, and at the present time, I want to say it was something like 670 third-party SKUs are on sale. And these are on sale for various reasons. Some we just have more inventory than we want to carry. Some are being phased out because we have a Steren branded equivalent. So it's a combination of all different things covering all different categories. The discounts are up to 20%. It depends on the product and the situation, but there's some really great values to be had. And again, pretty straightforward proposition. You can see everything we have and order through that order form, or you can place your orders online. The pricing will automatically default to the sale pricing, as well as the data feeds that many of you use with your POS. We've got that set up to default to these sale prices. I do need to say, and this is right at the top of the order form, that the sale ends Thursday, March 31st. So you've got roughly, exactly 2 weeks to act on it. But again, the sale is limited to quantities on hand. So we put a column that shows you how many we have on hand. Some are just a few, some are 1,000 plus. But again, I encourage you to order early so you won't be disappointed, or won't have less of a chance of being disappointed. So that order form is up on the site as we speak. On the right-hand side of this slide, we also have a good amount of Steren branded retail-ready packaged items. Many of these are, frankly, items that we've been back ordering out of our third-party warehouses. Just your core items like your RG6 cables and the pre-made links, VGA cables, the digital optical cables, networking cables. There's a good selection on hand in Steren's Memphis warehouse. And I want to emphasize Steren's warehouse. This is housed in our building, not the third-party building. So because of that, we need to keep these orders separate in order to manage them properly. The good news is I can assure you they'll ship timely and correctly. And for this side of it, the only requirement is $100. You can mix and match any of the products you like. Very low threshold, only $100 to qualify for free shipping. And I encourage you to peruse that list because there's a lot of good values. And the other point on all the Steren retail-ready products, for a limited time, we're offering all customers, all dealers, the store pricing. So when you go to that pre-order form, it's going to have a column that will show you, regular wholesale, regular Steren dealer, and then we've highlighted the Steren store pricing. Until March 31st, everyone will qualify and automatically default to that Steren store pricing. So that saves you 10% of what you might otherwise pay. But again, it's some real top-notch product, and frankly, some that's been ordered are being back ordered out of our third-party warehouses. That pretty much covers it for me, but obviously I'll be here to answer questions at the end of the presentation.
Thanks, Craig. The next thing we wanted to go over is the AT&T program and where we are, the next steps, and the rollout plan. I know everyone has been waiting patiently for this and appreciate that very much. As you should know, we have entered into a comprehensive relationship with AT&T. The relationship is both national and exclusive in scope. And this is the main reason behind us having to work diligently to get the program finalized down to the very detailed level, because this is not merely an authorized dealer program like some of the other people in the market are presenting on GoPhone and other things. So we appreciate your patience. We do believe that the program in its entirety will be very attractive to everybody once we're ready to roll it out. So the current status is that right now we're finalizing some terms and conditions with AT&T, including the program compensation attributes for each of the different product elements. Obviously, the idea here is to make this as lucrative as possible for you, and so we're negotiating on behalf of all of us as a group. The other thing is that once we have finalized the terms and conditions with AT&T, we need to finalize our sub-agent agreement that we will require anybody participating in the program to enter into with Steren, and that is similar practice to any mobility product that you would carry. So once we have that done, then we will be including that in the product rollout. From a rollout perspective, I'll kind of talk about it in phases. So phase one is a non-exclusive prepaid program, which essentially will be the box programs from GoPhone and Cricket. And we expect this to be available in the market for sale in the month of May. The box program, as you mostly know, is a traditional margin-based prepaid program. And most of you are either selling that today, participate in it with AT&T, or via Radio Shack, or have gone other avenues for that. The next phase, prepaid, is the exclusive prepaid program. So beginning on or around the beginning of September, Cricket program will transition to a much more lucrative in-store activated commission-based wireless program. It will look and feel a lot like a postpaid program. The start date of that is reliant on AT&T, who's still in the process of finalizing systems to support that program. The program will look and feel as though you're an actual Cricket authorized store, not just a reseller of Cricket items. The next phase is the full suite program. As most of you know, and we've discussed before, this includes not only Cricket, GoPhone, the exclusive Cricket program, but also the postpaid Next program, Digital Life, Uverse, and DirecTV. Based on the input from AT&T, we will have a very small pilot program launching in the month of June. And with that program, we will be finalizing the program attributes with AT&T so that we can do a more extensive rollout. In order to be eligible for the full AT&T suite, you have to become a fully converted Steren store. And there will be a larger sub-agent agreement required. As most of you know, the requirements around postpaid are much higher than prepaid. Our hope is that sometime in the fourth quarter, maybe a little bit earlier, is we will be able to move past the pilot program stage, which includes the full suite, and open that up to a group. We will continue to update you on the progress of that rollout. First and foremost, our priority right now is to be able to get the program outlined for you so that we can distribute that, and then we can go into launch phase. So in the coming weeks, I'm certain we will probably have webinars specific to just AT&T for those that are signing up or interested in signing up. If you have already returned your application for the AT&T programs, thank you. If you have not, We need that for you to be able to participate in the AT&T programs for our records and for AT&T's. We will repost that application form on Facebook today, and you can always call us, anyone on our team, or email us to get a copy of that as well. So we're very excited, and we hope you are too. Once again, thank you very much for your patience. We are highly confident that once this is out and rolling, that this will become a great element to your business, create higher traffic, and more important probably is to create higher profits for you. Next, I'm going to hand it over to Elisa, and Elisa is going to talk a little bit about our inaugural Steren convention.
Hello, guys. I know we posted a couple times regarding our Steren annual convention. We have assembled a team of people to get the details together, to get a place. We do know for a fact that we will be having the Steren annual convention in September. We also are going to have a webinar for the next few weeks, every week, to keep you guys updated on the progress of the convention. I know you guys are looking for dates. We're looking for dates as well as a place to have this. We do know that we will be targeting the Midwest and East Coast in September to have the convention. We will be launching a website for the convention, so all the information will be fed through the website. Registration will be online. We'll be launching that next week. By the time we have this webinar again on Thursday, we'll be able to introduce the website to you and walk you through registration. Any questions?
Please submit your questions at this time, and we will continue on. First question for Craig. The Whistler digital mobile home scanners, when will we see these back in stock?
Good question. They are on order. I do not have an ETA off the top of my head, but we can post that in our, we can post some Q&As and get you specific dates. But I do know they're on order. I don't know if the reason they're not in stock is that Whistler's, my guess is why they're not in stock is because Whistler hasn't shipped. But I will get a firm ETA on those.
Thank you, Craig. The next question, I will handle the first part of it, and then Craig can handle the second part. The first part will be answered related to AT&T. Will we ever get access to expanded third-party products like JBL, Apple, etc.? On the Apple side with AT&T, we are in the process of the Apple application, which Apple works in its own unique way, obviously. And so we go through AT&T with a proposal to Apple to get authorized to be able to resell their phones as part of the AT&T program. This shouldn't be an issue at all, but just let you know on that. Craig, on the balance of other third-party products and expansion of availability, do you have more information?
Yes. So, you know, as many of you know that attended CES, we made inroads with a number of vendors that are eager to partner with Steren. You know, frankly, it's not that we took our foot off the gas, but we just prioritized Steren branded product for the last 6-8 weeks since the show. But it's very easy for us to re-engage and get those going. But the answer is absolutely yes. We will have an expanded third-party offering. Again, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, so I would prefer to publish details in a Q&A that everybody can log on and view.
Thanks, Craig. A question regarding AT&T. Just for verification, as it stands right now, in order to get the full suite of AT&T services, inclusive of DirecTV, will we have to be a full Steren store? The answer to that is yes. So Steren's relationship with AT&T, as I mentioned before, is as a national retailer and an exclusive national retailer. The benefits that provides are that we can open an AT&T outlet in any of our authorized Steren stores across the country. We are not restricted in most agreements with AT&T, there are restrictions on where you can open retail locations for any of the products that are authorized to sell. So the answer is absolutely yes. If you're going to become eligible for the full suite of AT&T programs, then it will be required that you are a fully converted Steren store. Next question. I believe this is probably for Craig. Is there any information regarding product retail packaging images uploading to the NewTek website?
Another good question, and one we're aware of. Honestly, it's not that we don't feel that that's important. We do know it's important. You need to know what you're buying. It's just not at the top of the priorities at this time. I mean, our real push and emphasis has been on the parts store and just getting the core Steren branded products on order and up to speed. So it is an initiative, and we're in the process of hiring additional marketing people that will handle that. But today we are not actively doing that today.
Okay. The other thing, team, that we have coming out is first week of April, we will be publishing a digital copy of a preliminary catalog. That may help you with a lot of the images that you're looking for. The items will not be shown in retail packaging, but we can get you samples of what packaging looks like.
Thanks, Elisa. Craig, this is a note regarding, can you unlock or provide the password for the third-party house cleaning sale? We can't see the full description without this.
Okay, yes, absolutely. We'll be done in the next 15 minutes.
Thanks, Craig.
See, I'm so happy I could say yes to a question. No, I'm kidding, joking.
I know you are. Does exclusive Cricket mean I cannot carry competitors such as TracFone and Consumer Cellular? Good question. So when we get to the option for phase 2, the exclusive prepaid program, which is the prepaid Cricket that today is not available, that looks and feels like postpaid, you will have to be exclusive to the AT&T products. Now, that being said, what I urge you to do is wait until you see the elements of that program and the compensation attributes, because our first analysis and our belief is that you will want to become exclusive for that Cricket program because it will be a very profitable program for you. Next question is, where are you in regards to stores becoming a full Steren store? So 2 elements to this. First is that with the pilot AT&T program that they have urged us to do in conjunction with them, those initial stores, a handful, will be full Steren stores. In parallel to that, we're finalizing the attributes of a converted Steren store agreement. And once that is completed, then in one of the future webinars, we'll walk through the rollout plan on how to become a full Steren store. And just so everyone understands, one of the first things that we've been doing with this pilot group, because this is our first step into converted stores versus a new store from ground up, is we have engaged with an architect that has gone out to 3 pilot stores so far. In another month or so, we'll hit a second wave of pilot stores so that we can then start to plan what that converted store footprint looks like, inclusive of AT&T, or ultimately it could be not including AT&T, depending on your decision for the most part. So once we get that in place, then we should have a better idea of how to roll out the full store conversion. Another question, maybe Lisa can answer this one. When will flyers be available?
We're currently working on a schedule for flyers right now. I will get with Tracy and Craig I know we've got some plans to get marketing materials available to you. First we'll roll out will be a digital version so you guys can use it rather than going through print. But I'll have to get back to you on the firm schedule as to when those are going to be available.
Okay, thanks, Elisa. Looks like we only have one other question, but as I'm answering that, please get in any last-second questions you may have. Mr. Franklin says, we very much enjoyed and appreciated the terms we were provided for the Black Friday fourth quarter effort. Will Steren be bringing back net term accounts? Great question, Ryan. Yes, we will be going back to all of you and putting together some terms programs. As of today, those have not been fully defined, but certainly our plan going forward is to offer terms to all of you to help you make sure that your stores are stocked appropriately, and also is another demonstration of our commitment to you. And it looks like that is it. So thank you so much for participating today. I know the AT&T items that we went over today, I hope gives a little more definition on the activities being conducted and next steps. We will certainly keep you updated as we move. Things are moving daily, and I am personally heavily involved. So I'm very cognizant of the need for you to be able to add these elements to your store offering. Don't forget, if you want to participate in the AT&T program, to please return that application. That application will be required in order for us to consider you as a candidate for any of the AT&T product programs. For those of you that have any further questions on anything covered inside of this webinar or not, please email info@sterenusa.com. You can call us at 844-897-0056 for direct assistance. We're very excited about the future. We look forward to hopefully seeing most of you at the Steren Annual Convention event later in the year, and to a lot of you rolling out AT&T program with us that we're all very excited about. Have a great rest of the day and great rest of your week. And once again, happy St. Patrick's Day.